What's up, everybody? Long time no see. I have been very busy, so my apologies for the lack of videos. Been over in Europe filming a bunch for the TV show By Hook or By Cook, so I'll leave a link in the description for all that in case you want to catch up. But anyways, I'm gonna go out in the Jeep today. So it was completely dead. Battery charger's on it now. Gonna hop in, get that unplugged, and head up into the mountains because it has been a long time, very overdue, and I am excited. Well, let's start. Still haven't played with the Kenwood much, so stoked to try that out some more because the little amount that we did play with it, it was amazing. We were able to talk like probably 20 kilometers apart as a crow flies, so that's awesome. Anyways, just going to meet up with Denny now. No idea where we're going, but we'll go up a mountain because that is what the doctor ordered. So, like I said, the reason I haven't been posting much is I've just been super busy. The first couple of weeks of summer I was trying to keep up and do TV filming as well as YouTube filming, but the thing is, anything I'm doing that we use for TV I can't use for YouTube, so it's really tough when the TV show is filming most of the stuff I do. So when this wraps up in, well, the end of summer, basically, I'll be back a lot more on YouTube, posting every week, multiple times a week. A lot more recoveries, obviously, come winter, and maybe even do a build for some winter recoveries if I have some time. So that's why, yeah, lots more videos to come. So if you haven't subscribed already, I would definitely appreciate if you hit the subscribe because lots more regular videos coming soon. So this is often how Denny and I's days start. If it's not alpine, if it's something local, it's a lot later than we hoped, and neither of us have any idea where we want to go. So we'll go to a parking lot, sit there and think of where to fuel up, and eventually come up with somewhere and go do that. I see Denny pulled into a parking lot and he radioed me that he's off-roading. Oh, there he is.
Off-road for miles here.
Yeah, that's how I know it's Denny. Woo! That is not an imposter, it's you for sure.
It's me, for sure.
How's the soft top?
Fantastic.
Yeah?
Oh,
nice.
Without air conditioning, you kind of need it.
Looks
like,
good.
Even when it's like boiling down, the sun's on you, you still have that like ventilation, and then the back, you just sit down. And... But all in all, not complaining. Summer of the Okanagan. Drop the top.
Sweet. So where are we going?
3 days later.
All right, well, let's head McCullough way. I think we'll just go up the main, cruise, and then cut over and do the trail that's not necessarily a trail. Pretty sick little crawl. Well, slow. Slow. Passenger, driver, passenger. You gotta just saw the wheel. Yeah. Keep sawing. Yeah. Keep sawing. Keep sawing.
I did it.
Keep. All right. Well, we've reached the gravel portion of this program, and Denny's gonna air down a little bit. I'm already at like 10 because that's where my Jeep lives, and then we're just gonna kind of take the easy way up, try and get to the bottom of this not trail, and see if we can bushwhack through. I kind of take these areas for granted because we visit them so much, but this area is actually really cool. We're airing down, well, not right beside, but near a mountain called Layer Cake Mountain. And well, you could hear I'm just firing up my drone because I'm gonna put it up and check out Layer Cake Mountain because it's cool. And I was just explaining we take places like this for granted because they're right here.
Absolutely.
But
and
it is cool.
It is a really cool mountain.
And this whole road is cool, but we've done it 10 million times, so.
And fun fact, there's a sign at the trailhead there that there's cougars in the area.
Ooh, you might get a date.
Never know.
Nice.
all clear if you want to have fun on that one.
Whee! Real good rally road, this one. Well, almost at our turnoff onto the KVR, which is the Kettle Valley Railway. Go down that for a couple kilometers and then we get to our trail. Perfect. So this is the Kettle Valley Railway, which people bike and drive. Not everywhere is open to driving, but this section is. But sometimes mountain bikers and walkers aren't necessarily pleased with motorized vehicles. So we just go slow and you know, you don't want to make them mad because they're just gonna shut down more and more. So if you're driving on the KVR, go slow, be mindful. So yeah, the KVR, I filmed it a bunch before, but if you haven't seen the videos, it goes a few hundred kilometers. People like biking it because it's obviously flat, or no more than 2% anyway. And it connects a lot of cities, has some beautiful trestles on it, big train bridges. And if you're in the Okanagan, I strongly recommend checking it out in the summer. Okay, I think this is our turn. Well, we might as well go through the gravel pit. Just in case Denny wants to mess around, he did last time. Let's see. I'll bet he does. There he goes. I bet the people. I said, do you think Denny will go? I bet he will.
There's some new deep holes in there.
Yeah. I saw your tires doing this for some reason.
Lost some traction.
Well, now the tires are warmed up for crawling over the logs, so that's good. Yeah, so the trail's that way. Oh, he's doing some more. He's not done. Can always count on Denny. All right, now that that's out of the system, trail is, I think, this way. But everything I do is off memory, so sometimes it's a little foggy, but we'll give it a shot. It's kind of little trails. They got kind of a little track for moto and quads. Fun. This just gets a little less and less traveled, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this is what I remember. The trail basically disappearing, but there is tire tracks. So what we're doing is not illegal. This is a trail. It's just not very well traveled. Well, so far it's less wet than it was last time.
Yeah, it's dry.
The quality of this radio, I mean, we are right side by side, but is just so crisp and clear, and man, it's so much nicer than just crappy quality radios where you're fighting to hear and just want to throw them out the window. So Kenwood, I highly recommend. The grass definitely hides rocks and ruts and logs, so can't go too quick, but it is beautiful. Yeah, so in the spring this gets very soggy, but actually there's still moisture, so that goes to show. So aside from alpine and epic views above the tree line, these kind of trails are kind of my favorite, where They're not very traveled. There's a combination of rock crawling, dirt, mud, logs, stumps, a little bit of everything. It really keeps it fresh and exciting. And yeah, like I said, it's not just your Forest Service roads, it's actual off-roading, using the Jeeps what they're used for, and exploring new areas. Because if you didn't know any better, you'd probably stop here because it looks like the road stops. But under the grass, oh, we found water again. Under the grass there is a trail. Well, it's our first tree down. Will I saw it or drive over it? I think I'll drive over it over there. It doesn't look too bad. So I guess this is kind of my first time out in the summer with the 4-to-1 transfer case, and it is awesome. I'm not even having to give it any throttle, it's just crawling over stuff by letting go of the brake. So that's cool. Really gonna test it out here. Crawling over some logs, and then we go up that hill somewhere. Just the tiniest bit of throttle. Falls right over. Now, I think we go up there. Definitely a little overgrown here, but we'll make our own trail. Some hidden large logs under here. Thankful for the Nitto tires and a lot of confidence with them. Oh, it's spinning for some reason. Oh, that was a good hit. There we go. There's the trail. You can see I trimmed those in years past. Oh, ouch. At this point, we're really driving by feel. Oh, I'm spinning. There we go. Because yeah, you can't see much. Narrowly missed that. A couple more times through here, it'll basically be a freeway. Just need to get those tracks back. And it is, oh, I wish it was smell-o-vision. It is very potent. Pine and weeds and whatever this brush is. scrape the bark and stuff and crush up leaves, and woo, glad I'm not allergic because it's strong. This here is a pretty good side hill. In the winter it's even more exciting, but it's nothing to scoff at in the summer either. So, currently making our way down the side hill. Oh yeah, wipers going. Seatbelt's locked. So that one was reading about 25 degrees, which is, when you're at the top of the hill and there's loose rock, that's, you don't want to go too much further. It can, it'll do around 30, but it's when you come off a rock and the suspension unloads that things could get unfavorable, but all good. Oh look, another tree. So I think we're coming up to the end of this portion of the trail. It links back up with the Forest Service road, which is, you know, dirt road, potholes and whatnot. But I think, if I remember correctly, which often I don't, there's a bit of a pond or water crossing up here. So hopefully it's not too mucky. Being the end of July, it shouldn't be bad.
You'll just see a big chunk of volcanic rock in a place like this, because it just reminds you how some of these mountains were volcanoes.
Yeah, Denny was just saying, it's crazy what you find. Chunk of volcanic rock out here in the middle of nowhere, what you would not expect. So never know what you're gonna find. So we're trying to skirt around the outside of the swampy area. Definitely a little easier for the LJ to sneak through some of these spots, but we're making it. A little bit more side hill in here. Ow, a little bit more getting whipped by branches. Yeah, very boggy. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but looks like this is where we have to cross. Ooh, mucky over there. We'll stick to the edges so there's trees within reach. This is where I like to go just super slow, so if you feel your front end drop or your tires spin, you can just stop before you get in too much trouble. Denny'd be able to pull me back, I'd be able to winch to a tree. Definitely not full send. No send, actually. Just crawling. That's why you shoot for high ground, because we don't need to or want to go mud bogging right now. Jungle safari here. Things have grown a lot in the last couple of years. So, I think I see the Forest Service road up ahead there. So that is it for this gnarly trail, non-trail portion of the trail trip day.
Thick with 2 C's.
A little more overgrown than last time, but
yeah, but good.
That's a good one.
Oh, absolutely.
A little bit of everything on that one. So we decided to flip around, go back this way on the Forest Service road, because there's a portion that looks like we haven't done yet, which is unacceptable. Here's a shot of Earn Lake. So I was just back out onto a Forest Service road, but we haven't done this one before, so sometimes it's a nice change of pace. Kind of do some of the tight trails and then get out on a road like this, and you can just slap it in 2-wheel and cruise, relax for a bit, not have to worry about what boulder or log you're going to smash, and then hopefully find another little trail that's more exciting again. That's my kind of day. So we decided, since we're up here, we'll pop in and check out the doghouse. The doghouse is a snowmobile cabin, so all these trails in the winter, unfortunately can't drive on because they are maintained and groomed by the Kelowna Snowmobile Club. But there's a few little cabins kind of scattered here and there, and in the summer we're allowed to go, so sometimes we'll bring some burgers or hot dogs up. There's a barbecue, get to use them, shelter. It's pretty nice. It should be, yep, right there. Oh look, there's an Acura Integra, or Acura MDX parked there. So that just goes to show, not that tricky to get here. But it's a nice little drive. So we won't get out or go in or bug these people, but we'll show you the cabin. It's pretty cool. Got an outhouse out in the trees there. And that's basically it. Nice little cabin. There's a table in there, some benches, there's a barbecue with propane, wood stove inside. It's pretty sweet. So, since we weren't exactly into listening to music at 10,000 decibels out in the forest, we decided to leave our new friends at the cabin to enjoy and probably kill their battery. And we're heading off to another cabin that we both haven't been to in a few years, so we'll check that out. It's a good view and, you know, nothing too hard, but just nice. And that's what we're going for today. All right, so there is a little bridge here because this is a bypass when the Trestles burn down, but it's meant for biking, and I mean, an ATV could go across it, but honestly, I wouldn't even trust that now with an ATV because it's looking pretty janky. So we get to do the fun rock crawl section. And people have stacked rocks to the point where it's a bridge, basically. People, if you need to stack more than 50 rocks, then maybe the trail is just not for you. They had to stack about 50 rocks. It's basically a highway.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think somebody took the challenge out of it.
Oh well. They'll blast out of there come next runoff. Another note while I cruise along this road is air pressure, or yeah, tire pressure, I should say. It's not just for winter and snow and sand and traction, it is also for comfort. And on roads like this with just rough, rocky washboard, lowering your tire pressure is free, and it's gonna do more than upgrading your shocks or something fancy for the small stuff. So drop them down. A day like today, I don't need any more traction, but I've got them at 12 pounds, and I honestly couldn't imagine running trails like this, especially at this speed, with more pressure. It would be miserable. So if you don't know about dropping your tire pressure, Google it. Kind of, there's tons of forums and stuff out there. Decide what's best for yours, but it makes such a difference. All right, we've made it to the turn to the next cabin, which it's similar to things that we've been through already today, so not gonna film much of it, perhaps a montage, and then we'll be there. So we made it up here. Thankfully we were the only ones, got to hang out for a little bit, enjoy the view, got some shots. Always a nice place, and this is like 40 minutes out of town, so extra sweet. That's the cabin. It's all like tree bark sided and stuff, and then the outhouse is out there where Denny's going. Yeah, Good little spot. Now we head down. So you used to be able to see over all these trees and it was an awesome view going down, but they're all getting bigger, unfortunately, and they are planted so close together. So when these are mature, this will be a pretty good wildfire. Nice little view spot on the way down. Not bad, not bad. On we go. Next stop, caviar and trestles. So there's a bit of a washout here. Steep grades, soft shoulders. Turn around. No highway vehicles beyond this point. No highway vehicles or side-by-sides beyond this point. Turn around. No highway vehicles, no side-by-sides.
Didn't have all those fancy signs last time.
Turn around.
We better.
Okay. Yeah, looks pretty dangerous to me. Although a side-by-side did roll down there. Yeah, no, that was terrible. Once again, imagine building this railway track cut into the side of the mountain. Just cliff there. There's the lake way down there. So impressive. All right, so we're just pulling up to this trestle. I'll give you a bit of a look at it and then maybe throw the drone up to get a better shot, but there is a bypass because not allowed to drive over the trestles anymore, but used to be able to, and that was awesome. There is a trestle. This one's made out of steel, so you can see massive I-beams. Big curve around the corner. I don't know how many hundreds of feet this is, but it's huge and a couple 100 feet off the ground, so they're pretty epic. We are going to do a bypass trail that's just goes down the hill a little bit before, goes down into the valley, through a little creek and back up the other side. Well, we're just making our way on the bypass trail, slowly going down into the valley. Brush out as per usual, and then there'll be a creek at the bottom. We'll cross and back up the other side. This one can get fun in the winter, covered with snow and ice. Not much flowing right now. There's the trestle up there. Make our way back up. This climb here can be a real doozy in the winter. Gets pretty icy. Up and down are fun, actually. It's probably about 25-degree climb. That was fun. I still don't know how Denny beat me to the other side of the trestle without going on the bypass, but it's a mystery forever, I guess. Once again, the forest fire smoke is rolling in. This smoke is from, well, around the border right now. It was super smoky last night and then it kind of blew away and now it's back, I guess. But it does make nice sunsets. that is going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, even though it was just a cruisy last minute fun run. A couple things before you go. Yankum Ropes is now doing 10% off with my link. I'll put it in the description. So if you need kinetic ropes, soft shackles, recovery points, anything, check them out. You get 10% off the whole order. Secondly, if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, because I'm going to put out a bunch more videos, and I promise they're going to get better and more fun and more crazy. And once we get into winter season, there's going to be a ton of recoveries. So please do that. I'm trying to make it to 15,000 by the end of the year. That would be awesome. That's enough talking for now. We'll see you next time.